So yeah, I'm still sort of rebuilding back here from that. But I want to keep this going, so we're just going to do another rapid fire session here. Bone Tomahawk, a horror western with very heavy horror elements. This is a pretty fucked up movie, but it's a good adventure. A little slow to start, but some crazy shit goes down near the end. Batman vs. Robin, another animated DC movie set in that new continuity they have. Has more with Damian Wayne, who's kind of starting to grow on me a little bit. Court of Owls comes in, that's cool. It's a fun movie. It's dope. Overhyped as shit. I got so sick of the ads for this, but the movie itself was really quirky, fun, original, good movie. Regular show, the movie. I didn't think they would be able to extend regular shows nonsense from 10 minutes into a feature length. I mean, it's only 70 minutes, but still, that's a long time. But they did. It's really fun, crazy, kind of epic. If you like regular show, you'll like it. It's Ant-Man. This was a fun movie. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as an action movie is essentially what we're doing here. It's funny, crazy. I mean, yeah, it follows a similar course to Iron Man, but it's got its own style to it. I even took my brother to it, who is not a Marvel fan at all. I kind of dragged him along to it because he's a Paul Rudd fan. He liked it. The Martian. Everyone said as much can be said about this movie. It's a tale of survival, castaway in space. Yeah, I mean, it's good. And Earl and the Dying Girl, a quirky indie movie, you know, you get a few of those every year, and this is a fun one. I liked it. I like these types of movies. It's kind of got a bit of a Garden State vibe, but more PG-13 and a younger cast. It's quirky, it's funny, it's got some heart, got some emotional moments, it's good. It Follows. I like this movie because it has very much the vibe of an old school horror movie, kind of something like Halloween, with just this unstoppable force following you. Not a perfect movie, it has some quirks to it that kind of keep it from perfection, but it's really damn good. It's really original, really unique, and it really fits that style of 80s horror, and I love that. Chepe. A lot of people hated this movie, and I guess I see why. It's just the things they hated about it didn't bother me that much. I mean, yeah, these two main criminals played by the band D-Edward, they're not really likable characters, but for the purposes of the story, they were fine, and I really like the look and the style of this thing. It's gritty, down and dirty. It's kind of like Short Circuit 2, but grittier. I like that. It's Shaun the Sheep movie. This is a movie you can show from anyone from ages 1 to 100, I feel like. It's basically a silent film. All the humans talk like Charlie Brown parents, and the sheep just baa. So it's all just visual comedy, and it really works. It's just a really cute, charming movie. Sicario. Going off Shaun the Sheep, we have something very gritty and fucked up. I mean, I remember the first 5 minutes, I was like, holy shit, this is what I'm in for. As a gritty, down in the dirt look at the drug wars, it's effective. If you like things like Breaking Bad or No Country for Old Men or anything like that, I think you'll dig it. A Man from U.n.c.l.e. This was just a really fun spy movie. I mean, the plot itself is kind of meh, and it does that Guy Ritchie thing where it gets too convoluted for its own good near the end. But what makes it work for me, I think, is the characters. Especially Henry Cavill. He's playing an American in this movie. He's actually British. But he's not playing an American as Americans actually are. He's playing more Americans how other countries think Americans are like. They're charming, but they're very full of themselves, and they kind of talk like this. It's just fun. Furious 7. Again, it was just fun. Not really making any great strides in the Fast and the Furious saga, I guess, but it's just more great action. A series that provides us some of the craziest action there is. It's a little heartful near the end with their goodbye to Paul Walker. That's just actually very touching. But up until then, yeah, it's just a fun action movie with some crazy set pieces. Turbo Kid. This is kind of an homage to 80s movies in general. 80s apocalyptic movies, 80s kids movies to a degree. Think Mad Max Jr. meets a whole lot of crazy amounts of gore. If that makes sense, that sounds like you'll love this movie. Straight out of Compton. I'm not even really a big NWA fan. Before this, I wasn't at all, but after watching this, I wanted to go out and listen to everything they've ever made. This is just an amazing story, beautifully directed, and just a blast to watch. Number 10 is The Hollow. Think Evil Dead with fairies. The Big Short. I loved how this movie found a way to explain this really complicated shit in a way that makes sense. I remember there was even a point in it where they're explaining this stuff, and I'm just like, well, this is gonna be one of those movies that goes way over my head. And then they acknowledge that, and they say, here's Margot Robbie in a bathtub to explain it more to you. And then she did, and I understood. It's funny, it's informative, it gets you mad, but it also makes you laugh. This is a great way to make the layman understand this subject matter. Number 8 is The Hateful Eight. did not plan on that numbering like that. I swear to God, that was a coincidence. Anyway, Tarantino is probably my favorite director working today. Apparently he's only going to do 2 more films. God, that makes me sad. But The Hateful Eight, it's a great movie. It's not my favorite from him, but it's really good. Gorgeous fucking movie. I didn't get a chance to go see this when I was out in theaters. I really wish I had. Samuel L. Jackson gives one of his best performances. The climax is a lot of fun. Great movie. Kingsman, The Secret Service. So many spy movies, but this one's the best. It's just a blast. I love Matt Vaughn's directing. I remember I caught this again when it was airing on HBO. We got to the final climax, and I knew it was going to happen. It was still tense for the whole thing. That's an achievement. Krampus. I like the mythology of Krampus, and I like seeing a movie about him. Normally, I'm not really a big fan of the Christmas horror things, but in this case, it works. It shows all the ugliness of Christmas, but still manages to have some heart, and still manages to be a really scary, really funny movie, often at the same time. Well, that's it. Coming up next is the final 5. Oh my God, we're finally there. Depending on how this one turns out, I may film it sooner than later. I'm filming this one on my Android, just gonna see how this looks, and may not wait until I get the new camera. I may just do it like this for these things.